Alright, so Puebla, Mexico. That's originally where my parents met. Now my mom, she's always been on it with her education. My mom is always education this, education that. I remember one time when I got my first C in middle school, I came home with, you guys know the back scratcher? The wood one? Yeah, that's what I came home to. And so ever since then, that's when I picked up the pace with my education. So my mom was studying to become a doctor. And she was on it every day. She was a full-time student, so she didn't work. Her mindset was to become a doctor. And eventually through time, she met my dad. Now my dad was full-time job, no education. He got kicked out of school when he was about 12 years old. And ever since he got kicked out, he never went back. He said, you know what, I don't want to do this no more. I'm going to dedicate my time to the money and get somewhere. So how they met was in a bus stop. My dad was driving, convis is what they're called in Mexico. They're like public buses. So that's how they met. My dad was driving and he gave free rides to my mom. He said, oh wow, she's very beautiful. Maybe if I give her free rides, I can get somewhere. And it turns out it actually worked. They fell in love. They went on, let's see, probably like 3 years in Mexico together. My dad didn't want to be in Mexico anymore, so he went from Mexico to California. So he had to leave my mom for a good while. But my mom, like I said, she's very educated. She didn't want to leave her education just for a guy. So they thought that they could do the long distance relationship and see where it goes. That worked out for a good while, but my mom loved my dad so much that she left her education, she left her family, she left everything behind just to be back with my dad. So my mom left Mexico, she came to California, they were together. 2 years later, she had my brother, and then a year later, they got married. After they got married, it's been about 3 years after that I was born. And then since day one, ever since I heard that story about how my mom left her education and her family behind just for a loved one, it got me really thinking that I need to step up my game with my education too. I don't like school, I never liked it. And I would rather be working than be in school, but I realized that I cannot do that to my mom. I know to this day that she works tremendous amount of hours. So I know if I leave school and just do hours, that's kind of like me failing her, because that's kind of what she did. She left her school for a guy. I don't know if I can be able to do that. Actually, no, I can't do that. I can't leave school for a guy. I want to persuade my career into becoming a special education teacher, make something out of myself the proper way with education rather than, what she did. And also, a fun fact, by show of hands, how many of you guys think that a man would propose to a girl? Do you guys think that that's the proper way or no? Well, my dad didn't do that. My mom was actually the one who proposed to my dad. So it's kind of obvious that I feel like, in my opinion, my mom loves my dad more than he loves her. So yeah, that's a little bit background about my birth story.